Hey everybody, it's Jay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I've been on the carnivore diet for the last 7 months, and in those 7 months I've lost 70 pounds and I feel better than I've felt in years. My blood work is back to normal and I feel great. But I have to say the last couple months have been a real challenge. I've had company and I've learned it's much harder to stay on this diet when you have people in the house who are not on the carnivore diet. So first I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I'm going to give you the 5 tips that have helped me the most for staying on the diet over the past couple weeks. I've been using these 5 tips for the past 2 weeks and they've really helped me to get back on track. So here's my setup. I live in a big house and I have a couple of roommates, but I don't cross paths with them very often. Basically, I buy my own food and I cook it myself, and it's really easy for me to control what I eat. Well, it has been until this month anyway. If you've been watching my other videos, you know I went to India in February and early March, and a friend of mine came up from Brazil and to watch over the house. He used to live and work in New York City, and he had some business to take care of. My friend, let's call him Fernando, has been cooking up a storm since he got here, whipping up dishes that bring the kitchen to life. Being Brazilian, he does cook mostly carnivore, but he just can't bring himself to cook a steak or any other kind of meat without garlic, salt, pepper, tomato paste, and a dozen other things that I just don't want to eat. So I've read comments on my videos asking how I managed to stick to such a restrictive diet, and I've always wondered why it would be hard for some people. I find it pretty easy. I like meat, I cook my own food, I don't usually have other stuff in the house, and it really doesn't take a lot of effort. But this month I've learned that I can't really superimpose my own experience on other people and what they're going through. For example, a couple weeks ago, Fernando cooked a ham and cheese omelet. Sounds good, right? Well, I didn't know until I finished it that he had added fingerling potatoes. I thought it was just a creamy type of farmer's cheese or something, until I finished the omelet and realized I had about a quarter pound of carbohydrates. Also, I've been doing my best to keep myself on my intermittent fasting schedule, eating from 9 to 3. But when someone cooks up a delicious plate of meat at 7 p.m., it's kind of hard to say no. So now I really do get it when people tell me they have a hard time staying on the carnivore diet. So what to do? I've been doing some research and giving some thought to this over the past couple of weeks. And here are the 5 things that really helped me get back on track. You will find that they increase your odds of success too. But first, if you can relate to this video, give me some support by hitting the like button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm and with getting the carnivore message out. Now, the first of my 5 suggestions, tip number 1, communicate your needs. Make sure the people that live with you understand your diet and the reason that you started it. If they understand why you're doing the diet, they're more likely to support you. And once they see some of your results, they may be interested in trying the diet themselves. In my case, my friend forgets to keep his cooking fully carnivore for me sometimes, but at least he understands when I don't eat his food. Now, in my experience, some family members will actually resist and even try to sabotage your efforts. My mother had a lot of problems around food, which is probably where I got some of mine, and she just couldn't stand it when someone in the house was trying to diet. Remember, their behavior is about them, not you. So don't let them get you off track. If they don't like it, they have to own that. Tip number 2. Shop and prep your meals in advance. It's really easy to shop and prep when you're on the carnivore diet. All you need to do is buy your meat, separate it into serving size portions, put it in Ziploc bags, and throw them in the freezer. Then you can pull a bag out when you want to eat, defrost the meat, and go ahead and cook it. This way, you'll always have food around when it's time to eat, and you won't be tempted by the non-carnivore foods that people who you live with are enjoying. Tip 3. Separate your eating from others completely. If you find that in your household it's just too much to try to eat what you want to eat when other people are eating their food, this is a tough one. Eating is a social event, especially in a Latin country like Brazil, and I do know my friend gets a little bit sad when I don't feel like eating with him, or when I cook something and don't offer any to him. But what we, as carnivores, have to remember is that our metabolisms are off. We've taken dealing with our health into our own hands to try to recover from this, to try to lose weight, to try to be healthy. And that has to be our first priority. By the way, in my experience, many of us carnivores are introverts and prefer to live alone. Or maybe it's just that those of us who do live alone are in a better position to stick to a restrictive diet like the carnivore diet. What do you think? Do you live with other people? Do you find it hard to stick to this diet? Do you find that other people distract you? Leave a comment and share your experience. Now, tip number 4. Have some carnivore-friendly snacks available. I don't normally snack on the carnivore diet, but for the past couple weeks, I've been keeping boiled eggs in the fridge, and I have some pork sausage around that I can fry quickly if I want to eat something. Having some carnivore snacks around will help you from feeling tempted or left out when other people around you are eating non-carnivore snacks. This is an especially helpful tip if you have people visiting. And finally, tip number 5, look for support from other carnivores. I've been watching a lot more carnivore videos on YouTube in the last couple of weeks than usual, as I get myself back on track. YouTube to me is the best and most entertaining place to get information about the carnivore diet and many other things. It's not like there are carnivore support groups all around us. We don't have carnivore restaurants like they have vegan restaurants, and there's no Carnivores Anonymous. But there are plenty of YouTubers sharing their tips and experiences out there. Again, leave a comment and let people know some of the tips that have helped you the most. You may help somebody who's trying to stay on the diet this week. So, to wrap it up, food isn't just about sustenance for most people. It's deeply tied to social interactions and emotions. As someone who's managing diet-related health issues, every choice at the dinner table matters. When we're overweight, suffering from pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and other diet-related issues, we are the ones who have to suffer from eating the wrong things. Ultimately, we're responsible for our own decisions around food. Other people around us may be eating unhealthy food, but that doesn't mean that we have to. Remember this the next time someone tries to push you to eat what they want you to eat. And remember, we're in this together. You're not alone trying to stay on the carnivore diet or trying to manage your weight. There's a lot of us trying to do it, and the more we share, the more we come together, the easier it is for all of us, the more success we have. So don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button for more carnivore content, and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss out on anything. Your support means the world. There's a lot of people struggling with overweight and poor diet out there, and your support really helps me to grow the channel and get the carnivore message out there. Thanks for sticking with me today. Keep the focus, stay disciplined, and remember, as carnivores, our health is our priority. Stay healthy and strong, and I'll see you in the next video.